It's time for the end of Maker Swap 2020. I felt like Maker Swap 2020 was a huge success. I wanted to personally thank everybody that took part this year. With all the crap that was going on in the world with COVID and the election here in the United States, it was a great distraction for me. It gave me something to look forward to every month with the projects videos, the bonus project videos, the unboxings. I had a great time. It was a lot more work than I thought it was going to be because I added on the bonus projects and I wasn't thinking about the unboxings. But I got them all done. I'm very proud of all the videos, and I wanted to thank everybody for watching. So let's get into the recap. January's was my first swap, first video. Had some hiccups. It was with Richard over at the Beard X16. I made him the magic wand, my only magic wand so far, but I think it came out great. Changed some plans in the middle of it, but I'm glad he liked the way it came out. Thank you so much, Richard, for being part of Maker Swap 2020. After that, I had Jared over at the Texas Goblin King for my Maker Swap bonus swap, my first bonus swap. We did a pen swap. Actually, he did a pencil, and I did a Ambrosia Maple roller ball pen that came out gorgeous. Jared, I hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you so much, Jared, for being part of Maker Swap 2020. February's bonus swap was with Clive over at Sneaks Wall Art. He made me that beautiful Steelers emblem. That is 100% Clive all over. And I made him a bowl out of bloodwood and oak that came apart and almost killed me. But again, glued it back together, stuck with it, and I think that bowl came out beautiful. Clive, thank you so much. February, I did not do a bonus swap. I hadn't had enough people interested in doing a bonus swap, so didn't do one in February. So February was my easiest month. It was time to move to March's Maker Swap, and that was with two different people. It was a husband and wife, Wayne and Valerie. Wayne is from Wayne Bigfoot Woodcrafts, and Valerie is from Valerie's Crafty Corner. I made Wayne a maple ambrosia clock. Still the only clock I've ever made. I want to make another one for in here. And I made Valerie a nice little necklace out of spalted, I'm not sure what that was. It was spalted wood, I remember that. I hope both of you enjoyed that. And again, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. March's Maker Swap bonus swap was with Tom King. He was from Ireland, and I made him the Celtic Knot Celtic pen. That thing came out absolutely gorgeous. I loved that pen. Tom, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. Springtime was here, and it was time for April's Maker Swap. It was with Ben's Works, all the way from Australia. I made him the Bankia seed pod egg. First time I'd ever turned a Bankia seed pod or an egg. So that thing, I fell in love with it. I really didn't want to send it to him, but I did anyway. He did feature it in his videos, and for you guys that came over to subscribe to me from Ben's channel, thank you so much. And Ben, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. April's bonus swap was with Kurt Mcmanus. He was from Bone Hook, all the way from Hawaii. He makes the beautiful hand-carved necklaces. I made him the GoPro handle. That thing came out awesome. I made one for myself before that, my first GoPro handle. That didn't come out as nice, but I was super happy with that. I know he was too. Kurt, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. May's Maker Swap was with Julian Martinez. He is with Wildcard Craftsman, formerly of 5x30 Workshop. I made him the Waterfall River Lake Bowl. My wife loved that. That was the first piece that I made that she absolutely fell in love with. Julian, I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. May's Maker Swap bonus swap was with Ben over at Ben Burns Wood. I made him the pizza cutter with that beautiful wood handle. The CA finish came out really great on that. I hope it stayed good. I know he said he's used it. Ben, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. June's Maker Swap was with Andy over at AH Bespoke. I made him the Viking Shield Bowl. That was my first project that far beyond hit my expectation of what I had in my head. I loved that thing. I wish I would have done the wood burning on it, but I was too afraid at the time. I really did not want to mess it up, and I didn't have confidence in myself, which I would have had now doing over again. But Andy, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. June's Maker Swap bonus swap was with Steve over at SK Crafts. I made him the ruby red pinstripe cigar pen. That thing came out beautiful. That pen blank was from beartoothwoods.com. They have beautiful blanks. Go check them out. And Steve, thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. July's Maker Swap was with the one and only Andy Berkey. I made him the water drop out of driftwood on the cherry wood base, and till that point, that was my favorite project. I really didn't want to send that out. I still want to make myself one, but that project, I was very proud of myself and very proud that it was going to Andy Berkey. Andy, I've told you plenty of times, thank you so much for being a big inspiration to me, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. July's bonus swap was with Jake over at Northside Custom Crafts. Everybody knows Jake. I made him the shop pencil out of one of his blanks. Those blanks were great. I still use mine every time I'm out here in the shop. Jake, I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Great things are coming your way. Thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap and being a friend. August's Maker Swap was with the Grant Alexander. I made him the bottle opener that looked like a beer bottle. I was super proud of myself on that one with the burning and the shape. Everything came out exactly what I had in mind. It was even better than I thought it was going to be. So I hope you've opened plenty of beers with that, Grant, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap and a friend as well. August's Maker Swap bonus swap was another double swap. It was with a husband and wife, Nick and Stace. Nick is from the Flaming Wood Turner, and Stace is from Stace Makes. I made her a pill bottle that looked like a little pill, and I also made him a rollerball kit with that red blank that I got from the coworker where I work, and both of those came out great. I hope you enjoy them, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. September's Maker Swap was with Barry over at Real Simple Things. I made him the micarta sphere out of the book Dipped in Resin. I want to thank Total Boat for sending that out for me. And that was one of my, I was very, very proud of myself with that. I started out, I was going to make a bowl, changed it to a sphere, and I think it came out perfect. I was very proud of myself. So Barry, I hope you enjoy it, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. September's Maker Swap bonus swap was with Polander Designs. I made him the olive wood pin. Real clean lines, had a little burn at the end. That thing came out great as well. And thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. October's Maker Swap was with Neil over at A Woodworker's Son. I made him the tulip wood apple. That was the first apple that I returned, and I think that thing came out really beautiful. Neil, I'm glad you like it, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. October's bonus swap was with Laura over at LAU Woodcrafts. I used another Beartooth Woods pen blank for that one. That one was a color explosion called Halloween for October. It was like an orange and black swirl, and I put it on a black cigar kit. That thing came out really cool. Looked great. Laura, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. November's Maker Swap was with Jim over at Moose Robot Designs. I made him camp. It was a little wooded scene on a base with a few different trees and a little tent. My wife absolutely fell in love with that. I actually am going to turn one of those probably this week for her. So Jim, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020. Maker Swap bonus swap was with Jamie Page from JP Woodworks. I made him the little button decorative piece out of the spalted hackberry. That thing came out gorgeous. Jamie, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for being part of Maker Swap 2020, and thank you for being a friend. December's Maker Swap was with Dale over at Maple Tree Studios. I made the lidded pot, first snowman for Dale. His nose gave me some trouble, but third time's a charm. I finally got it made. And I hope you like that, Dale. I know it hasn't reached you yet in the UK, but it'll be there soon. Thank you so much for being part of MakerSwap 2020. And December's MakerSwap bonus swap was with Matt over at Projects 101. I made him the little Christmas ornament from the red and green Spectraply pen blank. I think that thing came out really cool. Matt, I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so much for being part of MakerSwap 2020. Some thank yous I want to give for the year. The beautiful music I used in all my videos was from Jay Someday. Go check out his YouTube channel. I'll put a link right there for you. And I'll put one in the description below. I always do. Jay, thank you so much for letting me use your music. Also, I already mentioned it, but in September, Total Boat sent me out some resin. I want to thank them for sending that to me to try out. It worked like a charm. And thank you so much for sponsoring me for MakerSwap 2020. Throughout the year's bonus swaps, I made a few pins. Beartooth Woods was nice enough to send me out some of those blanks to use. They were gorgeous. Go check them out. I also used pen blanks from Davis Wood Essentials. Absolutely gorgeous wood blanks. Go check out Davis Wood Essentials. Thank you so much for being part of MakerSwap 2020. Also during 2020, I used Elgin earbuds while I'm working on the lathe. They were nice enough to send those out during my 1,000 follower giveaway for Instagram. They sent a pair to me and a pair to give away. Those things are absolutely awesome. Go check those out. And Elgin, thank you so much for the support. So when I decided to do MakerSwap 2020 at the end of the year in 2019, I had no idea the response that I was going to get from the people that were wanting to swap with me. Again, I want to thank everybody so much for being a part of MakerSwap 2020. I had people from all over the world. In the United States, I had makers from Hawaii, California, Texas, Indiana, Maryland, Kansas. I think that's all of them. I had people from the UK, the Netherlands, Australia, New Zealand. It blows my mind that I have projects all over the world. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for being part of MakerSwap 2020. Again, I want to thank everybody that's watched my videos this year. I've gone from 119 subscribers, I think, when I announced I was doing it, to almost 360, which I know is nothing. It's just a drop in the bucket for most people. But I don't do this for subscribers. But it blows my mind that people want to see this, and it's been really fun to watch it grow. Thank you, everybody. I cannot say thank you enough.